I'm Michael Oku. Welcome. Nigeria's opposition is in freefall. Governors, senators, lawmakers defecting to President Bola Tinubu's ruling APC at a pace the country has never seen before. The party now controls 31 of the nation's 36 states. With the general election just months away, civil society is sounding the alarm and raising an uncomfortable question. Is the opposition collapsing fast enough to make any election a foregone conclusion?
Nigeria cannot be a one-party state. We will not allow even Tinubu himself to make a mockery of democracy.
Precious is worried. One-party rule was a big topic at the convention of the African Democratic Congress earlier this month. She says she is ready to fight it with this opposition party. The mood was very different at the ruling party All Progressive Congress, or APC, last big gathering a month ago. Leaders celebrated new memberships. Governors elected under different parties are changing sides and joining the APC in droves. Today, defections have reshaped Nigeria's political map. The APC now controls 31 of 36 states. Analysts say this is about survival. Staying close to power can help governors keep their positions. It can also boost their chances of winning a second term. In Nigeria, switching parties is common. The APC itself started just over a decade ago. Several opposition groups merged, and from there, the APC kept gaining power.
PDP.
The new political landscape has put the squeeze on opposition parties. The People's Democratic Party once dominated Nigerian politics. It ran the country for 16 years. Its influence has faded, and today it only controls 2 states. A newcomer, the ADC emerged last year in a major political shakeup. 2 rivals joined forces. Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar are now working together alongside other political heavyweights. The alliance is targeting President Bola Tinubu's re-election bid and the APC's growing dominance.
But it's up to Nigerians. Me, I will fight it till I die. I fought the military for that, and I won at the end of the day. We are too complex to be, honestly, to be conscripted into a one-party state.
Defections are instigated. Rather than a leader trying to build institutions, make governance better, is actually deliberately weakening the institutions.
This debate goes beyond politics. It gets to the heart of Nigeria's democratic future. Critics are warning that a weaker opposition raises many questions. Questions about accountability, about competition, and whether elections still offer Nigerians any real choice. Popular opinion is divided.
No, that's not democracy. To me, that's not democracy at all.
Okay, I don't think Nigerians now have a say because it's no longer a democratic party. It's now a one-party system. So whereby everybody's just coming to APC.
We believe they are doing well. Because, like I tell people, where we're supposed to be in 100 years ago, Tinubu have taken us there.
APC says its current strength reflects public confidence, while party leaders insist this is how democracy works. Its spokesperson says defection to the APC are voluntary.
There's no system by which a party, whether the APC or any other party, is required to set up a gatekeeping, process or system for deciding who joins and who doesn't join. Because if APC were to decide, okay, this governor, you want to join us? No, please stay in your party because we don't want you. That is anti-democratic. That would be a complete violation of our constitution.
There are still 9 months until the elections, and many pieces remain up in the air. And will APC keep its momentum? Is the opposition likely to remain divided? What about electoral reforms? And what role will insecurity play in swaying Nigerian voters' minds? Stay tuned. Next January, we will know more.
I'd like to welcome Aisha Osori, director of the Open Society Foundation's Ideas Workshop. We should mention she's also the author of Love Does Not Win Elections. She joins us now from London. Welcome, Aisha.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Let's start with the big picture. When you see one party now controlling 31 of 36 states, is it fair to describe Nigeria as drifting toward one-party dominance, if not a one-party state, or is that overstating it?
No, absolutely not. It's not overstating it. We are actually not just drifting, but very close to being a one-party state. Aside from this being a new development, as in we've never had, there's always been competition between at least two major parties even three parties since we returned to civil rule in 1999. But this is the first time that one party, the ruling party, the party of the president, will be controlling 31 out of 36 states. And for those who know how Nigeria's politics works and our political economy, the governors deliver for the president because our general elections are staggered so that the president and the National Assembly come first. When they've secured their win, 2 weeks after, then you have the states and the governors and the state assemblies. So no, it's not overstating. It's actually the real fear that many of us in civil society and the public are contending with right now.
And that was a key point. We've seen a wave of defections into the ruling APC. What's really driving that? Is this about ideology, political survival, or something more structural in how Nigeria's political system works?
That's a really good question. It's definitely not ideology. That we can cross that off right away, because many of the people who are in the ruling party today, the All Progressive Congress, or also known as the APC, used to be in the PDP, which is the People's Democratic Party. That was the ruling party between 1999 and 2015. So no, it's not about ideology. So we can rule that out. Is it about survival? Partly. It is about that. There's lots of indications, again, not starting with President Tinubu, who's only been in office since 2023, but part of the political economy and the culture of the way politics is practiced in Nigeria. So let me give an example. During Obasanjo's time, he was president of Nigeria between 1999 and 2007, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, the EFCC, was born and established. And it's been documented, including in another book that I wrote, Too Good to Die, that the EFCC became a tool for almost, we can say, blackmail, so to speak, folders, files on governors and other political appointees, ministers, people in the legislature. Folders of their corrupt activities would be kept, and that would be used to bargain with them. And so that practice has continued, maybe even more blatantly till today, where it's very clear, and many Nigerian comedians, make jokes about it, there are memes about it, that, all is forgiven once you go to APC. So you can steal as much as you want, loot as much as you want of public funds. The minute you declare for APC, you'll be fine.
For viewers outside Nigeria who may be watching us and thinking, well, dominant parties exist in many democracies, what would you say is the specific danger when it happens in this context, Nigeria's context?
Nigeria is facing what people think is an existential crisis. I would agree with them. Insecurity, yes, has been around for a long time, as the APC like to remind us, long before their time. Yes, it has, but it's getting worse. How do we know it's getting worse? We know because of the steady rise since 2020 of deaths in senior soldiers, brigadier generals dying in the front, which in many cases it's clear that it's a case where the terrorists have better intelligence about our locations. They've been very systematic about hitting all our military bases, especially in the northeastern Borno. If they've been doing this steadily since 2020, why is it that in 2026 we still can't anticipate this? Why is it that in 2026 the terrorists are so bold as to send letters to communities saying, we are coming? And they come. and there's no military, there's no police, they can slaughter and kill 162 people as they did in February in a small town in Kwara, and nothing happens. Where we can say that between January and April of 2026, over 1,000 people have been kidnapped. So this is the country we're living in. This is the country we're living in where there's no running water, where there's lack of electricity. We're constantly talking about the fact that the national grid has broken down. So again, you have to ask, yes, it can be business as usual. And we can say on a cynical level that this is how politicians operate. But then some of us have to ask, and many are asking, to what end? If you want to have all this power, then the least you should be able to do is secure our lives and provide us with the basic public goods. And so what's scary is that in this atmosphere of rising poverty, rising insecurity, you have a government that doesn't seem to care, is not empathetic, and is also insistent that there will be no choice at the ballot. It's not even trying to cover up or even present people with some sort of, okay, yes, you can choose. We already know that Nigeria's political process is, let's just say, questionable or would not bear with too much scrutiny. So, so for me, again, this is a mark of men who are not thinking, who are leading the country down a very dangerous path, a country that's already really fragile. Because the truth is, if you make change, as they say, peaceful change, and to be honest, it's hardly peaceful in Nigeria right now, but if you make peaceful change impossible, then you will make violent change inevitable. And this, again, is another country with a history of violent coups.
Ayesha Osori, I really appreciate those insights.
Thank you.